It was a humid night in the Love Island, USA villa. The lights around the fire pit glowed soft and golden, but the air was heavy, with tension, with confusion, with something left unsaid. Taylor Williams sat on the edge of his seat, his hands clenched, knowing his time in paradise was nearly over. But as his suitcase stood zipped by the villa door and Clark Carraway leaned gently against his shoulder, there was one thing Taylor still carried. A truth, a whisper, a private moment behind the glam and glitter of reality TV. Something Nick Van Steenberg told him in a hushed voice. Something about Olandria Carthan. And now, Taylor's revealing it to the world. Taylor didn't want to talk. Not at first. When he sat down with E! News for his exit interview, he almost kept it clean, safe, rehearsed. But there was a look in his eyes, one that said he hadn't just been eliminated from a game. He'd been burdened with the weight of an unspoken reality, and for the first time, he decided to break that silence. I just don't know if it's real. I hope it is. I hope they find something that works. But when Nick and I had that conversation, I walked away wondering if what we're seeing on screen is just a highlight reel and not the whole truth. That conversation? It happened during a quiet evening, one of those rare hours when the cameras are barely noticeable when the Islanders drop their masks and speak like real people. Taylor and Nick were sitting on the daybeds watching Olandria and Clark talk across the lawn. You and Olandria locked in now? We're trying, but it's not there. Not like it should be. Not like it should be. Taylor didn't push. He didn't need to. Because in that moment, he realized something fans at home hadn't seen. Nick wasn't sure. And that hesitation, that doubt, it's like a crack in glass, barely visible. But once it's there, the whole thing risks shattering. Now, fans of Love Island have fallen hard for Nicolandria. From challenge kisses to slow dance smiles, the couple has quickly become one of the most talked about duos this season. Twitter stans, TikTok edits, Nicolandria Hive hashtags trending by the hour. But is the chemistry real, or is it curated? They tried it during Casa Amor, and it fizzled. That's not me saying it. That's what Nick said. That it wasn't there. So why are they still coupled now? Taylor doesn't say it outright, but he doesn't have to. The implication lingers. Maybe some couples are staying together for the optics, for safety, for airtime. She deserves something real, and if it's not Nick, I hope she finds it somewhere else. But honestly, no one deserves to be led on. It's a twist no one saw coming, especially since Taylor and Olandria didn't exactly end on easy terms. Their journey was a roller coaster, starting with intense flirtation, building into a connection, and ending in a fiery stand-on-business challenge that saw Taylor pick Clark over her. Some called it betrayal, others called it growth, but Taylor now calls it a necessary decision. I knew it would hurt her, but honestly, I didn't want to fake something just because the villa wanted it. Clark and I had something better, something lighter, you know? Olandria and I were always trying to fix something that never fully clicked. Ironically, the same thing he felt with Olandria is now what Nick is feeling, and that's what haunts Taylor. Because if he saw the truth and walked away and Nick saw the truth and is staying, then who exactly is going to get hurt next? And yet, Taylor isn't bitter. He's not here to burn bridges. He's not gloating from the outside. He's rooting for them. I've got no problem with Olandria. I was the first one clapping when her and Nick kissed. I want them to win, but I also want them to be honest with themselves. Because cameras turn off eventually. And when they do, you're either left with a spark or just silence. He knows what that silence feels like, because he's been there before. Meanwhile, his connection with Clark is blossoming away from the show's noise. We're already talking about trips. She'll come to Oklahoma. I'll go down to Charlotte. It's real. It's something solid. She wants boots, she wants the cowgirl hat. She says she won't wear half the stuff in her closet anymore. It's cute. And perhaps that's what makes his warning even more credible, because Taylor has no reason to throw shade. He found his person. He's moved on. He has nothing to gain. So when he says that Nic confided in him, that the connection with Olandria wasn't clicking, he says it not to stir drama, but because he knows how easy it is to fake something for the cameras, and how painful it is when the lights go down and it all falls apart. As the villa continues to buzz with flirtations and fire pit confessions, the audience is now forced to ask, is Nicolandria genuine, or are they just the right couple at the right time? And if Nic did feel unsure, does Olandria know? Is she being kept in the dark about doubts whispered to someone else? Could this entire romance collapse in the final episodes with Taylor's words echoing like prophecy? It wouldn't be the first time a Love Island couple cracked under pressure, but, it might be the first time the truth was predicted by the one who walked away. So now what? Now we wait. We watch. We see whether Nic and Olandria prove the world wrong or prove Taylor right. Because at the end of the day, love isn't about villa votes or challenge points. It's about moments no one else sees. It's about the things you say in whispers when you think no one will ever repeat them. It's about two people looking at each other and knowing for sure this is it. And if that's not what Nicolandria has, then no amount of applause can save it. Keep your eyes on Love Island USA, because the biggest heartbreaks are often the quietest. And sometimes, the only person brave enough to tell the truth is the one who already left. Stream nightly on Peacock. The drama isn't over yet.